Alright, welcome back YouTube. Here's what we got. So it's the next day. The goal for today on the car, this is the Carport project. What we got is, the goal for today is to get a board on these headers, across the bottom of these headers to fill this gap. And you know, it's 6.5 inches wide. I was trying to decide what to do. I was gonna put a 7-inch wide piece of 1x and rip it down, but we went cheap. We got a 1x6, which is 5.5. So it'll be a little bit skinnier here, but it'll be fine because Ann wanted to save some money. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some 1x6 across here, 4 pieces, 4 10-foot pieces, to cover the gap on the bottom of those. Here's the 1x6 we bought. You know, knotty pine, it's good for what we're doing. And then we bought this piece of, I don't know what you call this, cove maybe? You know, the inside corner stuff. About 80 feet of it for, you know, we're gonna cover, instead of putting a board on each side, we're just gonna paint this board. You know, one on the bottom, paint the sides, and put a piece of that cove to, you know, fill the gap between the OSB on the inside, and then same thing on the outside. I put plywood soffit. I don't know, you can't find vinyl soffit and fascia. They don't have it at Home Depot down here or Lowe's. I don't know. Texas, they don't use vinyl soffit, I guess. So anyhow, you see plywood everywhere for soffit down here, which is cool, you know. So that's what I did: plywood, soffit, and that cove base thing in there. That's the goal for today. Oh, and then I did buy a piece of Lawan, 1/8-inch Lawan plywood. You know, $11 for this. I had Home Depot rip it into 16-inch pieces for me. 3 16-inch pieces so we could fit it in the Honda. And we're just gonna put that. This is what I decided to do out here. We're gonna cover the OSB of this gable on the bottom of the vent with that, so it's smooth, so I can paint it. And then, you know, I was originally gonna put 2x4s coming down and then install that so that it would stick out farther than the post. But I think to cheapen it a little, I'm just going to put that 1/8-inch Lawan, paint that, and I'm just going to make some kind of piece of trim to angle, you know, the top of that post so it looks better. I think that's going to be easier. Then that's it. That's the goal for today. We'll get that done. And Ann is here to help. So she is going to wood filler. She got the wood filler. She's looking for her putty knife.
And I can't find it.
And she's going to put some plastic wood in all of these screw holes on the posts and the soffit. You know, fill any holes, whatever, get it ready to paint. So that's the plan, and I'm just gonna probably, maybe I'll wear the head cam a little bit today, and set up a time-lapse camera too. So see you in a bit. All right, people, here's a bit of advice. Lighting. Do the lighting so you can see your face. No. Never buy cheap tools. I wouldn't say never buy cheap tools. There's a time and place for a cheap tool. You know, if you're going to buy some wrench and cut the end off and weld a bar to it or something crazy, there's a time for cheap tools. Nail guns is not one of them. This is the biggest piece of junk nail gun. Brand new out of the box, it didn't work. I took it apart, oiled all the O-rings, and it got it working. And used it for one little job, and now it's about a year later, I think, since I've used it. Of course, it's not working again. It's blowing air through the switch. So now I'm going to spend an hour taking a junk nail gun apart when I have a good nail gun. I just don't have it with me here, so I'm gonna waste my time working on a cheap piece of junk. Anyhow, good tools are worth paying for. That's my bit of advice. Okay, I'll check back in a bit. Alrighty folks, it's the next day. Yesterday, got one board installed. Not bad for a day, right? Oh, that dang nail gun. Couldn't get the thing working. Tore it apart 3 different times, oil in the O-rings, and did get it worked long enough to nail one board up, and then it was fired 1 time and then wouldn't fire 3 times, and it was stressing me out, so I gave up on it. So I went and laid on the couch the rest of the day. Anyhow, today I borrowed a nail gun, so hopefully it works. I want to get this project completed, so the goal today is to finish all these little boards. Put the 3 more on the bottoms of these headers to fill that gap, and then I got all these, whatever they are, I think they're called Cove base, or not base, but Cove, I don't know what they're called, but that's what they are. Get them installed, and a piece of Lawn that I bought, Lawn plywood for on the gable. That's the goal for today. So here we go. All right, let's see if this gun shoots. I hear a woodpecker. Sorry about that, Mr. Camera. Banged the end of the board. Of course not. Why would it just work? All right. Try number 2. Actually, after yesterday's fiasco, this is try number 50. Let's get her pretty centered. Oh, shot one now. so this gun's working about as good as the last one. Oh, son of a freaking carriage. It ended up a little bit short. Hold on, shoot it out. Okay, YouTube, I'm gonna wrap this video up. It's actually the next day. I'll just give you an overview of what I got finished. The other day I got, all these bottom boards on, and those cove or whatever those things are called. Got all those on, inside and out. These bunch of little boards in these corners, you can see. It's kind of a pain, but I think it'll look fine. I got those done on all sides. Over here, had some little pieces of plywood to piece in, got all that done. And then out on this gable, put this little board across the bottom, just to kind of trim it off. And I just did the caulking on the whole gable, and painted it, quick coat of paint. Looks pretty good, huh? So my next video will just be the final on here. Just painting the columns, rest of the caulking on everything where it needs it. Painting the columns, painting the overhangs, and then it'll be a wrap. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next video. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.